What's up, guys? Farooqi Bros here, back with another podcast with Samir's cat cameoing today as a visit. Today for you guys, we're going to be doing our official predictions for the Oscars 2024. The ballot was the official nominations were released last week. Some controversy and some the fanfare as always, but let's get right into it. So if you guys are familiar with this style, it's kind of unique. Rather than each of us giving our own ballot each time, which we have multiple times discussed kind of through our other podcasts and our best films of the year and our top 10 list. I think the debate portion of this podcast is going to be, we're trying to fill one. It's going to be one podcast that represents the Farooqi Bros opinion. And today, because we have three Farooqi Bros, we're going to have always a tiebreaker. So we're not going to run into any ties. There's going to be a definitive winner for each topic. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start with the actor in a leading role. Big topic, but I think this is a race between two people. This is going to be Cillian Murphy versus Paul Giamatti. As of right now, Paul Giamatti is winning the overall awards race. We know Cillian Murphy won the Golden Globe for Best Drama, and he won the most recent one. And then Paul Giamatti won the other two, Critics' Choice, I think. So either way, Oscar's coming here now, so one is going to take over. The question is which one. Zion, I'm going to start with you. Between these five, who would you go for?
I think Cillian Murphy is the go-to person. His performance was just absolutely incredible, and you really get sucked into like who this character, who this person of the real Oppenheimer was, and I think he portrayed it very well, and I think he deserves it over all the others.
Samir, are you in agreement, disagreement? I heard you're a big fan of the holdovers, so
I think Cillian Murphy did a lot more with the character, and his acting was really good. Just by his facial structure, you could see it just by his face. So I think they should give it to Cillian Murphy. This list of actors is pretty stacked for the year.
And we're gonna come into this topic. We're gonna come to the same debate a few times, but I feel like 2023's overall film submissions were quite strong. This is one of the more stronger years across the board, and we're going to come through a lot. But in this case, I'm with you guys. My vote for Critics' Choice also went to this guy, so I'm going to be consistent. I think all three of us unanimously agree with Cillian Murphy as our best actor. Let's keep moving forward with supporting. Should we go down, right, you think? Yeah, let's go down.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so actor in a supporting role. I think, once again, this is technically a one-man race. I think Robert Downey Jr. has been sweeping every single awards category. So I'll start with my pick first. I think this is Robert Downey Jr.'s award to lose. Whether some people think, hey, maybe this is an achievement award for all he's done, I think really that's not the case. I think what he's done in Oppenheimer was definitely good enough to take it. So I'm going with Robert Downey Jr. Sion, what about you?
I agree. I think even though his screen time wasn't that much compared to some of the others on this list, I think just the time he was there, it was very impactful, and you knew that he was really putting everything into this performance to play this character correctly, play this person correctly, and he did, even with the short screen time, make a huge impact. So I think Robert Downey Jr. is like the runaway in the current list here.
And then Samir, what about you?
I agree, same thing. I think he'll definitely win it. No one else is close to him, I think, even. And there's one odd one out in this list. Because Charles Melton didn't get nominated, he got snubbed.
All right, but who would you take off?
100% Robert De Niro. He's a great actor, but he does not deserve to be here on this list. He phoned it in, really. He didn't even do anything with the character.
Yeah, I agree with Charles Melton, but I actually wouldn't take a Robert De Niro. I'd probably take a Sterling K. Brown. He was good in American Fiction, but I don't know if it was actor in a supporting role good. I don't know.
I agree. I would take a Sterling K. Brown. Yeah, he was kind of like a side character, I think, in that movie. Jeffrey Wright stole the show, so
we're all going good there. Actress in a leading role. This is highly considered to be the most competitive role in this year's Oscars. I mean, there's a lot of big names in here and a lot of snubs, as you guys know, with Margot Robbie not getting a nomination for Best Actress. We can get into that in a minute, but I want to get to the main things, our picks. Samir, I'm going to start with you now on this one. This really is a two-woman race. It's between Emma Stone and Lily Gladstone, but who would you give it to?
I think I really like Emma Stone's performance, but I think in the end, Lily Gladstone is going to take it. She was great. Also, it's really just between them. I don't know. I'll probably go with Lily Gladstone.
So Lily Gladstone, and I'm gonna go next. I also think Lily Gladstone should be the winner, except I like Emma Stone just as much as you did, but I don't think, and she does deserve the award she's winning. But I think this is Lily's year. I think, I think she went really far with the role. I do get the sense with Emma Stone. I get the argument because she really completely transformed into this character that she was playing. But I'm still gonna give the nod to Lily. Zan, do you agree with this? Disagree with this? Where do you stand?
I agree, though I'm not too hot on Poor Things as a movie like you guys are. I do agree that Emma Stone really put a lot into that performance, and she does deserve all the recognition and accolades she's getting. But I think in a one-on-one race between her and Lily Gladstone's performance, I think just it was more impactful. I think there was more. I guess it's that thing where you take a serious role and a comedy role, and the drama role always invokes more emotion, more feeling. So I think for that reason, Lily Gladstone's performance deserves the win in this category.
Was muted.
You're still muted.
I said we all agree there, but what? Just very quickly, Zan, I'll give it to you. Like, do you think if again the glaring omission is Margot Robbie, and if you were gonna put her on the list, who would you remove?
I think
would you
Benning for Naiad. I'd remove her. I think all the rest are pretty good. Sandra Hüller was great in her role in Annual Fall. She's also in Zone of Interest, so I think she deserves to be at least a nomination because not just this film, but both films she was in. And Carey Mulligan, obviously, she was like co-star in Maestro, and she was obviously a very huge part of the movie. Naiad wasn't too hot on it, not too familiar with it, so I think she would be the one that you would replace for either Greta Lee or Margot Robbie or any of the ones that got snubbed.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I feel like I would maybe even remove Carey Mulligan. I think Annette. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't be a judge of it. Actually, surprised that it even got nominated because it wasn't that loved across the other award shows. But I think she was the heart and soul of the movie she was doing. Whereas Carey Mulligan, again, you could come down to the same thing with Smil make this point why we completely disregarded Bradley Cooper for Maestro. This idea of I feel like this movie's trying too hard across the board. So like even for Carey Mulligan, I wouldn't necessarily give it to her. But yeah, I mean, and it's Samir, last thing too. Would you even put Margot Robbie at all, or do you think that it was a little overblown to even keep anyone else from Barbie on this?
I think I would put Margot Robbie there. It's either her or the Poor Things actress. I forgot her name. You just said it.
Greta Lee, yeah.
Yeah, it's either her or Greta
Poor
Lee.
Things.
And Naiad is an interesting movie to put up here because it got such bad reviews, right?
Yeah, I'm very surprised. And you mentioned Greta Lee. I think we should stop there too. That I feel was a huge snub as well. Why did not get Greta Lee was in every other award show for Best Actress, and she did very well in Past Lives. So for her not to be here, someone made a joke, and we're gonna get to it later for Best Picture. Past Lives is nominated for Best Picture, but no actor or director from the movie was in it. So like, what is it like? It's kind of those weird things. But hey, it is what it is. Actress in a supporting role. This one, I think so far, Davine Joy Randolph is the one who's been taking almost every single award, if not every award. So I think she's taking this one. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. What do you think?
Simmer, you can go. You loved Holdovers.
I think she was okay in it, but I don't think she gave like an Oscar-winning performance. I think out of these five, I'd probably want to give to Emily Blunt for her role. I think she was really good in that. Yeah.
No, I completely agree. I think she was good part of Holdovers, but I don't think it was a generational performance for that deserves the award. I think she does deserve the nomination. That's for sure. She did a very good performance in that regard. But in terms of the win, I'm not sure. I think it is a somewhat of a stacked list. Emily Blunt, I would say, probably deserves it. Daniel Brooks, even for Color Purple, is more emotional performance. That might deserve it too. But my personal choice would be Emily Blunt.
I think, I voted for Davine Joy Randolph for the Holdovers for Critics' Choice. I think she's going to sweep. She's kind of in the same category as Robert Downey Jr., where if you've won every single award show so far, then the Oscars, you're going to take it.
Yeah, so, I guess in terms of prediction level, she's probably going to win.
Yeah. So are we doing what are we doing here? Are we doing who we think or who we want?
I guess it's a mix of both. But because you said the writing's on the wall, she kind of like all the others, so she's probably going to get this one.
Yeah, I'm going with Davine Joy Randolph then. Animated feature film. This is funny because The Boy and the Heron, when we knew Miyazaki's delivering a movie, I'm like, okay, it's coming out. But at the same time, I thought, listen, American shows, they're going to not go all the way, and Spider-Verse is going to take it. And ironically enough, so far in the award shows, The Boy and the Heron and Spider-Verse are competing pretty well. I think Boy and the Heron won most of the awards. I think Critics' Choice Spider-Verse won. But so for the Oscars, it's a bit of a toss-up. And I think both of us love both of these two movies. So, Samir, I'm going to start with you because you actually are the resident Miyazaki fan, and you're actually a Spider-Verse fan, or you were. I don't know if you've fallen down in the cliff for that. But of these two movies, it's a two-movie race. Who are you giving Best Animated Film to?
I think it's really close. I think they'll probably give it to Spider-Man, but The Boy and the Heron deserves it, in my opinion. The last two Miyazaki movies that were nominated both lost out to, Frozen and Chicken Run.
Yeah, Chicken Run.
So I think there's a good chance that they're not going to give it to him again and give it to Spider-Verse, which obviously was like a big cultural sensation, basically. So
yeah.
In the end, I would pick The Boy and the Heron, though. I think maybe there's a chance that they could do the right thing and give it to The Boy and the Heron.
Because the argument you said, I'm actually going the opposite way. I'm going with Boy and the Heron no matter what. But I think they're gonna, even if it means Miyazaki Achievement Award, they're still gonna give it to him, because back in the day, you mentioned Chicken Run and even Frozen. I feel like the Oscars have grown up a bit. Like back in the day, it was just like we must give it to whatever Disney movie that came out. But look, this year, Wish wasn't even nominated, and Elemental, Pixar movies, no one's even considering it. I think this is the perfect storm year for Boy and the Heron. But Zion, what do you think?
I would put my vote for Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man will take this one. I think it's going to follow in line with Critics' Choice on this regard. But I guess since it's 2-1, you guys both do Boy and the Heron. So
it's the first time we're not all on the same page, but it's Boy and the Heron on a 2-1 score. Cinematography, I'll start here. It's close. I got to be honest. They're all good movies. I haven't seen El Conde, but I've seen the rest, and I think I'm going with Oppenheimer. But Zion and Samir, go next. What do you think?
I think it's really close. They're all really good, I think. But I think Oppenheimer is gonna win. But the best cinematography, I think, was probably Poor Things, in my opinion. But I think Oppenheimer's gonna take it. Didn't Oppenheimer take it for every other?
It has been taking it so far, yeah. But Zion, what about you?
It is close. I think it really is the closest between the last two, Oppenheimer and Poor Things. And the Poor Things is much more uniquely styled cinematography and even shot structure. I think Oppenheimer is it's classically structured cinema. So I think Oppenheimer is going to just take the win on this one.
I'm with you on there. Oppenheimer for me too. Though I agree there's a clear argument for Poor Things, but I might come back to Poor Things for another.
If it sneaks in, I wouldn't mind that. Like Poor Things gets it, I'll be like, oh, it shouldn't have gotten there. I'll be like, all right, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's funny because you didn't even like Poor Things from a story perspective, but a lot of us for technical categories are thinking about it. And that leads us to costume design. For this case, I'm thinking Poor Things, actually. I think every outfit that Emma Stone walked out with was really good, especially towards the second and third act of the film. So I'm thinking Poor Things, but I can see the case for Barbie as well. But I would pick between Barbie and Poor Things. I'm going with Poor Things. Zion, what about you?
I also think Poor Things, there's a good hybrid between like the pseudo steampunk with mixed with Victorian era clothing, and I think that was very unique, and I think it worked well. So I think Poor Things should probably get it. I'd be kind of annoyed if Barbie gets this one.
I'd also go with Poor Things, but I think instead of Barbie, like Killers is the next closest, in my opinion. And I don't even understand why Oppenheimer is on this list. Like, why did he even nominate for this?
I mean,
they just wore suits. They just wore
I guess probably because it's time accurate, like accurate to that time, that era. They want to keep it the same, but it doesn't pop out on screen. So I agree with that.
So it's more best directing. This is his award to lose. He sweeped it so far, and it's coming well deserved, but way too late. Nolan's first Oscar, I think, is coming with Oppenheimer. I feel like he deserved it at least 2 more times before with Dark Knight and Inception. But I think this is his year, his movie to lose. I'm going with Oppenheimer. John, where are you?
He absolutely deserves it, but I have a huge fear that they're going to give it to Jonathan Glazer. It's going to be highway robbery.
No, he's won every award.
Just that one for him.
That'd be shocking. I think that would prove they hate him. But Samir, what about you? I think it's a lock.
Yeah, my vote would be for Nolan. He deserves it.
Yeah.
I think Oppenheimer is gonna. I mean, I think Christopher Nolan's gonna take it for sure. And Jonathan Glazer is like the one I think shouldn't be on this list, in my opinion.
Who would
Like
you put?
instead of
Because
well,
would you
Greta
put it?
Gerwig didn't get nominated, so I'd probably put her instead.
That was the other thing. Like we have obviously Justine Trent is as a woman, female director, but a lot of people are like, oh, where's Greta Gerwig and etc. So it's what it is. Documentary feature. I haven't seen any of these. I'll be completely honest with you. Samir, have you seen any of them yourself?
I've seen. No, I've seen. I've seen.
All right. So do we just question mark this one, or do we know what we're doing?
I guess just pick Four Daughters.
I was about to watch Four Daughters. I think it was that TIFF, but then I didn't watch it.
Fair enough. Documentary short subject. I also don't know what's what from here. So I don't know. How about the ABC's of book banning?
I guess.
All right, film editing. Now we're going back to topics we're familiar with. All right, film editing. We got Anatomy of the Fall, Holdovers, Killers, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. I think this is one of those technical categories where Oppenheimer definitely sweeps it. What do you guys agree? Disagree?
I completely agree with Oppenheimer.
I agree.
All the scenes with cutting, editing to like the fissures and that stuff, mixed with what's going on in his mind. I think
Or
it's
that-
very tricky editing.
Or that 3-minute scene where like he's getting interrogated at the end of the movie by the prosecutor and it's just switching back and forth, and then the lights and everything. I'm like, this is going crazy. Best international film. Some people are surprised that Anatomy of the Fall didn't get nominated here, but I guess it's in Best Picture, so it is what it is. In this case, I think I'm not a big fan of it, but I think the Zone of Interest is going to take this one pretty easily, unless you guys have other opinions on this one.
It's between 2, 3, and 5. People saying Perfect Days is good too. Society of Snow is getting a lot of hype as well, but I think I agree that this is Zone of Interest category to win since Anatomy of the Fall is not here.
I agree. Zone of Interest is going to take it. I don't understand why Anatomy of the Fall isn't here. Didn't it win? Didn't it win?
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like it feels like all the award shows have their own category for what international film is.
I thought it was like they did not submit it for this because
It's possible.
wasn't it like, oh, the director was against the French president, prime minister, or whatever, the president. So they're like, all right, we're going to put it down.
I've heard something like this.
I guess that's real. I guess that's kind of real.
Yeah. Makeup and hairstyling. I'm going with Poor Things again. Surprisingly, for makeup and hairstyling, Barbie won it in other awards, but Barbie's not even here for this one. So I don't know what's going on again. But I think of this list, I would give it to Poor Things.
I'd also give it to Poor Things.
Yeah, I think we're unanimous on that.
Yeah. All right, best score. I don't know how Indiana Jones got here, but it's here. I was very surprised when the nominations came out. I'm like, what? In this case, this is Oppenheimer's sweep once again, I think.
Yeah, no question. No question.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, this is just one of those scores. I think we'll all agree. That line, I was not happy with it. Let's do it again. All right, let's go back up. All right, best original song. I'm Just Ken. Barbie got into it, which is funny because a few weeks ago when I was saying that, hey, I'm Just Ken might just get nominated. You guys are disagreeing with me, but
You keep saying this. I've been on record since even before you knew the song existed.
Maybe
I was
Samir
like,
was-
yo, this song's gonna get.
maybe Samir.
You were saying What Was I Made For is gonna get more. I said I think I'm Just Ken will get it.
All right, well, I know Samir's wants to vote for Flaming Hot, the Fire Inside, but if you have a disagreement, what do you think? I mean, for me, is what was I made for? What do you guys think?
I think What Was I Made For deserves it and it should win. Why would I'm Just Ken even win it?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
And they won. They won the last one. It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
I think it's because of just the social bubble that it created around it. It became like a bigger song.
I feel like one of the reasons it's nominated is literally so that we're gonna get Ryan Gosling singing it live on the Oscars. Because every one of these films will get a live performance. So
That's so true.
So I'm going. What was it made for? Zion, what about you?
I'll go with I'm Just Ken.
So we have. Samir, what did you say for yours?
So What Was I Made For?
That's 2v1 for that. But I won't be surprised if I'm Just Ken. Production design. This is a close one again.
This
I'm
is
thinking
a very close.
Oppenheimer, they built an entire Los Alamos from scratch, so that's a really good thing for production design. Killers also had good production design. Barbie, the fact they built the entire Barbie world and it was all practical, that's also good. Napoleon is still the one on Fraud Watch for me. It's not bad, it's just a side. But I'm thinking Poor Things or Barbie, surprisingly. I'm very unsure, so I'm actually going to hold my vote until you guys talk. So, Zion, what do you think?
I think this is one of those where Barbie is gonna get it because, like you said, the use of practical effects on so much of their film and all of the Barbie world, all of like the transitions, where they show like behind the scenes of like the boat and stuff. I think that is it probably deserves it. So I think it's gonna get it. But poor things to Oppenheimer if either of those get as well. I wouldn't be too fussed about it.
Samir, where do you stand on it?
Yeah, I think Poor Things is close, but I think Barbie will get it in the end.
I'll go with Barbie as well.
They did a lot more.
Yeah. All right. Short film animated. This surprised a lot of people that Disney's 100-year anniversary short film, as I dropped something, 100-year short film would have gotten it, but didn't even get nominated, which shows that there's a kind of like a move away from the Disney like a juggernaut. I haven't seen any of these films. Samir, have you seen any? If you could pick, if not, I don't know where to go.
I haven't seen any. I think Letter to a Pig would win.
Which one you said? Letter to a Pig?
Yeah, I haven't seen it though, but I will.
Oh, how about War is Over?
What about Pachyderm?
Hate War is Over.
I'm going with War is Over.
I guess war is over.
All right. Short film. I don't know anything either, unfortunately.
All right, Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar is going to win.
It's not going to win and doesn't deserve it, but put it on there anyways.
Oh, it'll win, all right. And Wes Anderson will finally get one.
No, he did win one. He had his one for French Dispatch.
Grand Budapest?
Grand Budapest, yeah. And then he never won since then.
Did he win for Grand Budapest? I thought he lost to that.
Which one did he win for? He has one Oscar win, but I forgot what the one movie was.
It's probably production design for that.
No, he had. Let me search it right now. We're gonna take a second to do this. What's his name?
Wes
Anderson. Yeah, he was nominee for all of them. He didn't win anything.
Yeah, I told you, bro. He didn't win.
Unfortunately.
He should have won. He should have won Best Picture.
Fraud, maybe.
All right. Sound. This is, I think, Oppenheimer's again to lose everything.
Absolutely Oppenheimer's. But if Maestro gets it, I'll be like, okay, that's fine.
I think it's between Oppenheimer and Zone of Interest, really. But I think Oppenheimer will get it in the end.
I don't know. Zone of Interest is more like
sound
lack
was like
of
the
sound.
big thing. Sound was like the whole thing that drove that story, really. Right? The Zone of Interest.
Visual effects, I'm going with Godzilla -1 because what they did on a $60 million budget is kind of crazy. So I'm going with Godzilla, but do you guys think something else? I mean, the creator is also very good on a very low budget. It's between these two for me. Anything else would disappoint me. I don't even know where the visual effects were in Napoleon. So you guys can now discuss.
The whole war scene of them on ice, that's all from CGI.
Pretty good. I don't know how much CGI there was. It was pretty good, yeah. All right. Samir, what about you?
I kind of hate every movie on this. I'd probably give it to Godzilla, really. Just because it's not bad. But the creator CGI was better. The budget was a lot.
It's between 1 and 2. I think because of budget, Godzilla, what they're able to do, they deserve it. But if you don't look at budget, obviously the creator CGI was like very, very crisp.
Yeah.
But I'd go with Godzilla because of what they're able to accomplish.
Yeah, and the story. Like I can see him bringing him on stage would be pretty good.
Visual effects has nothing to do with that. What is the story?
Not story of them, not the story of the actual story of the movie. I mean the story of the way the movie was created and just like the overarching success. It made so much money, that thing, you know? Yeah. The story of the story. All right. We're our last two before the final one, and that's adaptive screenplay. This is very unique because Barbie is an adapted screenplay here, whereas in every other award show so far, it was an original screenplay. Interesting. But in this case, an adapted screenplay, meaning it's not going to win. Adapted's Oppenheimer for sure, based on the book. So I'm going with the Prometheus book, I mean. So I'm with Oppenheimer. Samir, what do you think?
I guess I'd also go with Oppenheimer.
I take it back. It could be American Fiction also, but it's up to between the two of them.
I think it should be American Fiction. Oppenheimer is just like it's like a biography, really. So it's just an adaptation. What is it adapting? It's not adapting a story, really. It's just
the book. It's adapting the book.
What is the book? Is it a biography?
Fire, yeah. It's the biography of Oppenheimer.
It's like not really a good adaptation if it's just a biography, really. You know what I mean? It's not a story. You're not adapting a story.
I'm now on the fence also. Zan, what do you think? I'm on the fence of American Fiction. I forgot about it.
I think it's either American Fiction or more things.
American Fiction, I think, is screenplay-wise is very sharp because Samir's right in the sense that for Oppenheimer, you're adapting something real But for American Fiction, I think there's more creativity involved in a sense because you're not constrained to what happened in real life per se. So I'd say American Fiction could get it, but I think Oppenheimer will take it. So if I was a betting man, I would vote Oppenheimer.
So you're voting Oppenheimer. And Samir, what did you vote for again?
I think either American Fiction or Poor Things should win, but I think they'll just
Poor
give
Things
it to
should
Oppenheimer.
not win.
Poor
So you
Things,
vote-
your ghost was at he was at NIF and he was talking about how he spent so much time with the author of the book when he was adapting it. You know what I mean? So
He said it to us too when we were sitting in New York Film Festival. Yeah, we were there
Yeah.
for that.
exactly. So maybe
That's what we're talking about.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But in the end, I think they'll just give it to Oppenheimer, which it shouldn't win.
Fair
But
enough. My vote was for American Fiction, but I got voted out 2 out of 3, so let's give it to Oppenheimer. And now writing for an original screenplay, for me, I don't know. I think the Holdovers will take it, but I actually want to give it to Past Lives, and I hope Past Lives wins it. So I think Past Lives actually. But what do you guys think?
I think I personally want every other film over the Holdovers. But because of that, because to spite me, Holdovers will win. But I think every other film had much better screenplay than Holdovers. Holdovers is like it's just a copy of Dead Poet Society mixed with Scent of a Woman. Nothing original. It wasn't original in any way. It was just good for what it was. That's it. So I don't believe that it should win, but it probably will. Unfortunately,
I agree for the same reasons. I think it wasn't that original. It was just a Dead Poet Society for real, but goofier. So I want Past Lives to win, but maybe they give it to May, December. You never know. They're kind of potential.
No, Midget was getting snubbed.
But Past Lives for sure.
So we have 2 Past Lives, 1 made Holdovers. I'm going to Past Lives also. All right, now we did the whole ballot. We have one last one, and that's Best Picture. 10 movies: American Fiction, Anatomy of the Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and The Zone of Interest. So stacked list, and it's not that crystal clear who's going to win, but I think Oppenheimer is my choice for all reasons we've discussed in multiple podcasts. It's just him. So
if it's not crystal clear, who do you think is the dark horse that could undercut Oppenheimer?
I actually think it's Poor Things. I think Poor Things is like that kind of Oscar pretentiousness.
I disagree. I think Holdovers will sneak in. That's the only chance of like they'll give to that, and I will be pissed right in the street because Oppenheimer deserves it. But I feel like they'll sneak in Holdovers.
My retort is I don't think that people actually like the Holdovers when it comes to the award shows. They just want to give Paul Giamatti a Lifetime Achievement Award because he's playing the same character he does all the time, but he's doing it now. It's like, oh, you deserve one before you go out. You know, like how many more chances are you going to get to be in this position? So like one of those achievement awards. I don't think that applies to Best Picture. That's one way I disagree. I think Poor Things is just like that kind of movie that, oh yeah, you know, like it's that kind of movie. But Samir, I don't know. What do you think?
I think Oppenheimer's winning for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Anatomy of the Fall could win too. This is Oscar.
I doubt it.
so.
I think Killers could win.
I don't think Killers is going to win. No, I don't think Killers is going to win. I'm going with Oppenheimer though myself. That's all my choice.
Oppenheimer it should be the runaway win.
What about your favorite movie, Maestro? What about that?
Maestro, as you can see,
everything.
I'm not going to lie.
Maestro, bro.
We came out of Maestro. I thought
we
you agreed. We said we said Maestro is. We said Bradley Cooper is the one main threat to Cillian Murphy, and it turns out all the times we thought that Paul Giamatti took over, but I still think Bradley Cooper did better than Paul Giamatti. No matter how much Bradley Cooper was an Oscar bait desperation move, it was a desperation move, and because he was reeking of desperation, I think all the voters sensed it, and that you didn't get anything. Because if you look at our list, which is probably pretty indicative, I think we're mostly correct to what the world is saying. Maestro got snubbed from our list. It's not on our list, and
it's bad.
You know what's not on our list? Like, American Fiction is not on our list. You know, like these movies did not get any love from us. You know, like from that perspective. So, and then outside of one little category, we gave Barbie. Which was it? We gave it production design. We gave Barbie nothing also. So it's one of those weird topics where like it's really Oppenheimer taking everything, and then Poor Things. Surprisingly, we had the most visceral reaction to it coming out, but that's the movie that's winning a lot of awards. So that is our full list for 2024. I will save this and then we'll compare it to our 2023 list later, another day. What do you guys think? If you guys have a letterbox list, feel free to fill it out. Give us your ranking. We want to know your opinion as well to join the debate. From myself, from Zion, and from Samir, we're the Farooqi Bros, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.